Congratulations, you've been approved to take part in workSmart, a program approved by New Jersey state executive departments and agencies that allows certain employees to perform their official work duties remotely, not more than 2 days in a calendar week, at an alternative work site. During the pandemic, many New Jersey state workers demonstrated that they could effectively deliver services and meet organizational goals while working remotely. While some were able to accomplish an even greater amount of work from their alternative work site. The workSmart program has been established to take advantage of that increased productivity and to help determine a long-term program that will benefit both employees and their teams across our state. This training provides additional information and suggested practices designed to ensure your experience is beneficial, not only to the state, but also to you individually. All employees need to apply to participate. Completion of a self-assessment is also required, and a sample is available for review at the conclusion of this training. Smart Schedule. Once your specific telework schedule has been approved, your schedule will remain in place for the duration of the pilot. Your manager, however, is permitted to adjust your telework schedule based on operational needs, giving as much advanced notice as possible. Managers may also direct you to report to your official reporting location instead of your alternative work site, in circumstances deemed necessary by the organization to fulfill its mission. Such circumstances include, but are not limited to, meeting staffing and/or workload requirements, attending meetings, receiving work assignments, training, traveling, accounting for absences of other employees, emergency situations, or other situations deemed necessary by the organization. Smart Messaging. Your organization will designate your primary mode of communication while working remotely, whether it be Microsoft Teams, email, or other internal agency systems. Please note that the Office of Information Technology prefers Teams because of its built-in security aspect. If you haven't done so already, take the time to get familiar with the tool and make sure your computer and internet connection meet the requirements necessary to stay in touch with your team. Your work email account should also be monitored regularly. Email messages are required to be read and returned in a timely fashion. Your supervisor will determine the frequency required for your position, and specifics will be provided in the written guidance you receive in your kickoff meeting. In-person, work-related meetings with colleagues and clients shall not be conducted in your alternative work site when teleworking. Such meetings may be conducted from your alternative work site only via telephone or a video conferencing platform, as supported and approved by your organization's IT department. In addition to using Teams or other systems, as a workSmart employee, you are also required to be accessible by telephone during the hours specified in your telework agreement. If you experience any technical issues, reach out to your manager and your agency's IT department as soon as possible. Remember, you can't work remotely if you can't connect. Smart Accountability. You have been approved to telework not more than 2 days each calendar week. Your agency is authorized to track your attendance through emails, Teams, or other internal systems. You are required to replicate your workday by being available and accessible by both telephone and computer during the specified hours you are teleworking, as outlined in your telework agreement. Performance requirements for telework employees are the same as those for non-teleworking employees. Your supervisor and you should make sure your EPAR appropriately reflects your duties both in your office location and your alternative work site. Within the first 45 days of approval to work remotely, your manager will schedule an in-person kickoff meeting with you at your official reporting location. That is, the location you regularly report to when you are not working in an alternative work site or in the field. During this meeting, you will be provided with a list of the tasks or deliverables that are different from your normal in-office tasks. This meeting is mandatory and is in addition to your regular EPAR or performance evaluation meeting. These items may be added to the EPAR job expectations during your next rating cycle meeting. Your supervisor should provide you with regular, concrete feedback on your performance, which is documented in your EPAR or other applicable evaluation method and/or systems. You should discuss timetables and deliverables, as appropriate, for the completion of tasks which are performed by teleworking. Keep in mind that your application constitutes that you agree to meet the telework expectations outlined in this meeting, and failure to attend within the first 45 days may result in revocation of the ability to participate in the workSmart program. Your ability to work remotely may be revoked at any time during the pilot program if you are not successfully meeting performance expectations, failing to comply with your telework agreement, and/or failing to use paid time off to address personal issues. Remote work may also be revoked based on your organization's operational needs, which may change over time. Smart responsibility. As an employee with 2 work locations, you are responsible for properly securing documents and information in your alternative work location. When teleworking, you should be mindful of state rules regarding sensitive information which requires protection from unauthorized access or disclosure. Sensitive information includes, but is not limited to, personally identifiable information, PII. You are responsible for an alternative worksite that is safe and ergonomically suitable. Organizations will specify any equipment or technology access you will need to telework and whether it will be employee or employer provided. In the event of equipment failure or service interruption, you must notify your manager immediately to discuss alternative assignments or other options. WorkSmart employees who are working remotely during state-mandated weather delays, early dismissals, or workplace closures should continue to follow their normal daily work schedule. Smart technology. If you have been provided with portable information assets, including, but not limited to, laptop computers, tablets, smartphones, removable media, etc., you are responsible for the physical security and condition of these assets. Records and information created and stored in the course of state government business, including records in both electronic or paper form created in an alternative worksite, are public records. State employees remain bound by the Uniform Ethics Code, Plain Language Guide, and any applicable organization supplemental ethics codes while working remotely. Employees should refer to the information in the annual Cybersecurity Awareness Certification and Ethics Training for detailed information. Working remotely requires you to work independently and continue to meet established deadlines with limited supervision. Here are some tips you can use to help you avoid distraction and maintain your focus throughout your virtual day. Sketch out tasks and priorities at the end of each workday to plan your work for the following day. Resist the urge to browse the internet or use social media during work hours. Create boundaries around your workspace and ask family members to respect your space. Make personal devices inaccessible by keeping them face down or leaving them in a separate room while you're working. Telework is not a substitute for child or dependent care. As a workSmart participant, you must continue to make arrangements to the same extent as if you were working at your official reporting location. If a situation arises in which you must attend to a child or dependent at your alternative worksite during scheduled work hours, notify your supervisor immediately and arrange to use paid leave. Camera on or off? On the plus side, setting your camera to on during virtual meetings promotes engagement and inclusion and can help you establish your professional image in the workplace. On the other hand, too many hours of use may lead to Zoom fatigue. If you're in front of the camera all day or required to take part in multiple video calls each day, it can take a toll on you. Here are some tips to help you reduce stress when using Teams. If you're able to control your video conference schedule, find what works best for you. You must, of course, also consider your attendees and their needs. Start the conversation and decide on the overall solution that works best for the team. Turn off video when audio will work just as well, but remember to turn on your camera when speaking. Mute your microphone when you're not speaking. Log on to your virtual meetings a few minutes early. It will give you a chance to socially connect with your colleagues. As you work from your alternative worksite, don't forget that it's healthy to continue to connect with your colleagues on a personal level. Check in with colleagues regularly with a video call and use emojis in your communications, when appropriate, to inject some playfulness into your workday. Working remotely can make you feel isolated, but just because you're working remotely doesn't mean you can't maintain a team focus. Microsoft Teams enables you to connect via chat, voice call, or video call. Don't neglect reaching out to your teammates to collaborate. Ask your teammates what their preferred method of contact is and reach out. All employees, including those working in the workSmart program, have access to the Employee Advisory Service, or EAS. EAS is a state-sponsored program offered by the New Jersey Civil Service Commission and is designed to help employees and their dependents with personal, family, or work-related issues that may adversely impact their work performance. EAS provides confidential assessment, counseling, and referral services, and helps to restore the health and productivity of employees and the workplace as a whole. Problems are addressed in the quickest, least restrictive, and most convenient manner while maximizing confidentiality and quality. If you need assistance, you can call EAS toll-free at 1-866-327-9133 to schedule a confidential appointment. You can also call this number to speak to a mental health specialist 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now that you have the framework for the workSmart program, continue your learning experience with the other trainings in the workSmart plan.